Hey guys, it's Steven here at Little Bears Models, and today we're going to discuss commissions and the build progress of 56 Desoto, I believe. Might be 57. These Chryslers get me confused on the years. But this is a commission build for my friend Daniel. We did some trades and he got me one of my Holy Grail kits, so I told him I would do a build to the full max, or not full max detail, but a very detailed build for him. And he chose the car. Yes, I said in my earlier video I did not want to destroy nice, perfect, pristine promos. This car is immaculate, no warpage at all. Like, I feel horrible cutting this up, but part of the trade deal. In this, I'm going to cover the parts I use. I'm going to discuss, I need to see what suspension he wants, because I'm thinking about going with a, I think these are called like Punisher rear ends, I can't remember, and making it an 8-lug. So I got the 8-lug. These wheels are way too big, but they kind of get the idea of what 8-lugs wheels I was thinking about using. Or going old school like the 90s and just doing snow tires with aggressive truck tires on the front. But with this build video, or these build videos, I'm going to cover how to do the door panels, because I'm not using these factory door panels. I already took all the interior apart. I'm not going to use that. I have reference photos that I got printed. Reference photos are your best friends in these kinds of builds. I'm trying to find the door panel of those. So I'm going to make the door panels. Yes, that's a 4-door. Oh, I guess the car is a 4-door. So that is perfect for what I need. I'm going to cut out and replicate these doors the best I can for his build. I have those reference photos. For that, I got the firewall. I'm going to make the firewall as accurate as I can. So this build's going to be a pretty good one. It's going to be a great first build for the channel. I'm going to cover as much as I can, like how I'm doing the cover, or how I do the firewall, how I'm going to do the door panels. I'm going to cover, oh, that's attached. I'm not sure if I'm going to modify the front suspension yet. I'm doing this more of an old school build. So this is his car, or was his car, and it was weathered and stuff. So I am doing a weathered build. And I want to thank Matt's Models and More for his video that he just recently uploaded for how he did his rust and stuff. I'm going to not do exactly what he did. I'm going to copy more of his paint, how he did the paints skills on it. I'm going to try to figure out how to leave a link in the video, or in the description for him. But so I've done rust with Dremeling out the back and just giving a little bit of bubbles. I'm going to probably do that a little bit on the rockers. And then I want to show how I do the faded paint on the roof and everything. But just follow along, we'll get there. I'm not doing it in this video yet. But that's going to be the build idea, as a weathered, beat up old car. Or old demolition derby car. I'm going in this video. He wants fire dome valve covers. That was the main thing he wanted on his build. Or Daniel wanted fire dome valve covers. So I gotta put a Chrysler motor with those in it. I'm going to show how to scratch build the headers for it, because I want to use solder to make the headers. I want to make it probably as 90s looking build as possible. I'm going to show how to do how I do my cages. I'll probably weather the cage up a little bit and tatter it. I'll probably cover how to make shifter linkage off the transmission. Just it's going to be a pretty in-depth build. I will try my best to make this build or the videos the best I can. I'm still learning quite a bit on this. It's been a learning curve, that's for sure. I'm gonna wire the I'm gonna wire the battery, gas tank. It'll have I'm gonna try to do the correct firing order. I'm not very good at doing that, so give me a little leeway on that. But I'll have the radiator on it with hoses. This will all be pulled out. I don't think I'm gonna use this motor. And then I'm going to show the tools. So I got a Tamiya scriber. This is very useful for when you're cutting up promos or cutting up curbside builds that have the solid hood. Because, get loose. So, you could do it with a knife. It just takes forever. When this, you could do one pull and it takes quite a bit. When the knife don't take hardly anything up, and it takes a lot less time with the scriber. So that was a big add-on to my tools that I've been needing, and I got it mainly for this build so I can make the hood cut open easier on video. We'll cover that in this build progress. And then I'm going to try to leave all the chrome and trim on this as much as possible so I can make it. I'm going to bare metal foil it. That'll be really a good video on how to cover. Excuse me. And then with this, so you see the black lines? I covered on I'm going to cover Sharpie. So this is where the mold lines, because that needs all trimmed off because these cars do not have that. I got it back here. That all needs sanded off. And then I marked around where I'm cutting the hood open. It just helps you with keeping the mold lines and where to remember what to do with stuff. This isn't my doing, this is still paint stuck in the body. But I marked off, I'm going to cut these tail lights out, or not out, I'm going to cut them and then drill them out. That'll be something I do with this. So follow along and see where it goes. I'm probably going to do, the time lapse over this instead of trying to audio what I'm doing, everything. So stick around. I'm going to cut the hood open in today's video, and maybe, so with it setting together, the body does not fit, so I got to trim these rear fenders and the interior tub so it will fit. We're going to try to do that. Oh, I forgot to mention, this frame is the 57 Mobius Chrysler frame. That's what we use a lot on like the 56 Chrysler Desotos, the Furies, the Johan Fury wagons and stuff, to give them more of an accurate frame, because this is as accurate as you can get. But thank you for watching, and follow along for see what I do with this body at the moment. Thank you.
Check it out. Check it out.
Okay guys, you're gonna see in the time lapse, this is not as easy on this thick chromo body, it is not as easy to scribe through that as it is a model car body. I don't know if it's a different type of plastic, but this is not. It's still a lot quicker with this than it is with a knife, but it is not easy, and I'm gonna have quite a few spots where I scratched the body, sadly. I'm not a professional at this at all, by no means, but I want to use a knife on the tip so I don't end up screwing up all this emblem stuff. But we're gonna try to do the time lapse on the best of that. I am sorry for the poor quality on that. I've never really tried it, so hopefully it shows up decent, but we'll find out. But I'm gonna go back to time lapse and try to get this hood completely cut off. I'm gonna have to end up cutting these off and these off to be able to get the hood fully off. So stick around, we'll get there. Hey guys, we're back. That took way longer than I expected. Definitely not modern plastic on this. That is pretty thick, and that took forever to cut through. But we got it cut through. I did end up scoring a few spots. So I'm gonna have to go through and fill those in with some putty. I messed up the chrome a little bit right here, but we got it cut open and got to keep most of this. Sorry, my phone's not wanting to focus. There we go. So we got most of that still saved. You'll be able to see it. I'm going to be able to chrome it. Looks like I chipped it a little bit right there, but it's supposed to be a weathered build, so it fits it perfectly. So got that, few spots to fix. So now we're going to work on sanding these spots and get the body prepped and done, or prepped down. It looks like I got to mark another spot that I'm going to have to fill where the mold has got a little bit of an indentation. So those are the things you need to look for before painting your body, because that will show up in a paint job. You can't even see it in the camera, but there's a small little indentation right here that you will be able to see once you paint it all. A lot of people, when doing stuff like this, they recommend primering it first so you could see those little indentions a lot better. I did not do that because I plan to sand all this down first, and then I'll primer it and I can go back over it. But stay tuned. Sorry that took so long, and the time lapse I'm not sure came through the greatest, so we'll double check that, but stick around. Alright guys, well, I think that's more the body line, or the mold lines down. I did take the headlights out so I can get all the way up to the tip, but I'm going to put this body in some primer, see how bad I really got to fix it. I got to thinking, this is a lot like working with resin. As thick as this is, but resin cuts a lot easier, but as thick as it is, it feels like I'm working with resin. But all the mold lines are cut, and then while off camera, I got the floor pan cut down, so now the body fits on the chassis pretty good. I gotta get a core support made. Oh, whoops. But the body fit, or the chassis fit, interior tub fits in there pretty dang good. So got that. So I think that's gonna be the end for this video. I want to say thank you for all the people that have sticked around, and that I can't believe my videos are hitting 200 views. I appreciate it all. That means a lot to me. Thank you guys. Stick around, see how this build goes. Thank you. Bye.